Hello YouTube. This is a YouTube Vintage Cube Draft exclusive. Finally fixed a few things with the camera. I had issues last time. Last time I played the Reanimator deck, unfortunately I couldn't play my third match, but I did trophy with it. But perfect timing. We are jumping right in here. For this pack. So in this pack, I think there's only a few really great cards. There's Marsh Flats, there's Windswept Heath for lands. For non-lands, I believe it's really just Wheel of Fortune, Adelaine are the two best cards, and then like Mana Leak is fine, Chariot's fine, Fiction's fine, and Assault Monolith is fine. Nothing here is really like Wheel of Fortune is definitely the most powerful card, but I don't know, there's just so much Reanimator running around. I think it's between Marsh Flats for me and Adeline. I'm just gonna take Adeline. I just love this card. Maybe no one else is mono white. If no one else is mono white, I'll be very happy. I could just take land, but this is just the best 3-drop in the mono white deck. That's why I took it. Alright. Second pack. Really? I mean, Jace is okay. This used to be 5 years ago. This used to be a good card. Now it's not. This used to be like a top 10, 20 card in the cube. Now it's no longer. Teferi's fine. Narset's also fine. Lorien Reveal's good. Troll is good. I'm just gonna take this Reprieve. If Reprieve wasn't in the pack, I'd probably just take this Boros land. Underworld Breach is definitely the strongest. But I just don't like Underworld. I'm not a... Personally, it's not like how I like to play Cube. The Underworld Breach combo decks. So I will pass it. Alright, nothing really in mono white here still, except for Relic Warder. I kind of hope this Relic Wheels. Really a big fan of these effects in the mono white deck now. Like I said, there's just so much Reanimator. I'm kind of just forcing this mono white strategy at the moment, but I could always pivot. My favorite stipulation draft of all time is you can, for the first pack, you can only pick power, and the rest of the pack you just have to auto draft. For pack one you auto draft, and then pack 2 you like actually you know, figure out the cards you have in the deck and draft from there. I love him, but I gotta take a piece of interaction over these two. I like these two a lot too, but this is just a good card. Oof. Sorry, early morning. Because it's early morning, still waking up from coffee. Yep. Alright, there's Thalia, there's Bodyguard, and there's Commando. I mean, Thalia is just the best one of these. And there's Recurring Nightmare. I'm gonna hope this Commando wheels or Bodyguard. Oh wow. Was Fractured Identity? Chain Lightning. I mean, Sneak Attack's like my all-time favorite card. There's this guy, which I don't like this guy. He's just a 3/1. Discard a card. It's like, it's too much. Too much. I'm gonna take Fractured Identity. This card is just amazing. I remember when I first came into Cube, no one took it, and now it's just a very, very powerful card. I lost this card like 3 times before I was like, oh, this card is just amazing. Just because it was new and no one really understood it when it first came in. Metamorph, also one of my favorite cards. It's so good against the Reanimators because you just copy their Reanimator target. You copy their Leyline, their Atraxa or their Archons. Just copy whatever. Yeah, but I really like doing these vintage cube drafts. It is my favorite format, but it's not the best format to stream because most people don't know what the cards do. But that's why I like to do these YouTube exclusives of them because they're that great. So the nice part of these 4-drops is it doesn't matter which 4 you get as long as you get like 2 of them. For the most part, like it doesn't matter if you get this Planeswalker, another Planeswalker. You know, just none of it matters really. Soul Guide Lantern. Love that for the sideboard. It's very strong. In my last Vintage Cube draft I played against Reanimator 2 of my 3 matches. So this is nice. Just gets around it. Oh wow. Alright, Teferi wheeled. I'll take Teferi. Alright, next, like some power for next pack. Or a duel. You know, any duel would be good for blue and white. Also, the nice part is that all the best power is blue. I know Boros seems to be the consensus for aggro. But I think these are just as fine. Alright, let's take another anti-graveyard hate card. Alright. Ooh, let's go. There's a Talisman, but I don't think going from 2 to 4 is that. I mean, it is pretty good to go 2 to 4 in this, but I'd rather just take a land that cycles in an aggro deck. Take a 1-drop. Alright, I thought this was gonna wheel. No one's playing mono white besides me. Mana Tithe is playable, but it's definitely the worst. Alright. Sapphire's nice with Fractured and Teferi. Chromox would be nice. It won't. A card will never wheel. Novice Inspector will 100% wheel, and there is the tiniest chance that Caracas wheels. I don't think Caracas will wheel, but I think there's a small chance that it does. Alright, take Palace Jailer. Outside of Palace Jailer, I think I would just take Snapcaster Mage. Just Snapcaster, Reprise, Snapcaster, Unexpectedly Absent. This is the best. I think this is the best 4 one. Just because the Monarch is so strong. To be honest, I'm not a fan of the Monarch ability. I think that they should just take this out of Cube. I don't think it makes it a fun format. With cards like Monarch and all of the multiplayer abilities like keywords and things like that, like stuff meant for EDH, I just really don't enjoy it in Cube personally. I think it just takes away from how good the Cube was, you know, like the intention of Cube. Cube is meant one-on-one, it's not meant like 4-player. That's my 30-second rant on these things. But I just like come to accept that Monarch is going to be in the Cube probably forever. Alright, there's Winds of Abandonment, but I'm just going to take this Taiga, so that way any fetch, if I do get a fetch in the future, I can use it. If I get a white fetch, obviously. I could also take a blue fetch, because I'll probably play like at least one island. At least so far. Obviously if I got like Time Walk or something like that, or Recall in my third pack I mean. That'll drastically change what I wanna, how many islands I wanna play. But yeah, so the way I just like to organize my deck is 1-drops, you know, creatures essentially. 1-drops, 2-drops, 3-drops, and then these will be like, I guess these can go in the same pile. These are removal, this is just interaction, and then this is like sideboard technically, but I could main deck one of them very easily. Alright, there's Samwise. What does Samwise say again? The ring tempts you and you put something back. Alright, I'd rather just take Interpreter. Just making this a 4/2 and give all your team +1/+1 is much better. Alright, nothing in blue, unfortunately. This Duress is a fantastic card. I love that card. Yeah, like this is a way better version of the 3/1. I'll take it. Oh man, there's Library here? How is Library still in this pack? Should I take Library? I think I'm gonna take this Library. Library is insane. Spellcaller is great, but Selfless Spirit's better. Especially if I get Luris. I'm gonna take this. This library is amazing. This library just says draw 4 cards, lose 16 life. And in a mono white deck, that's something you're very happy doing. Wow, Chromox Wield? Between Chromox and Novice Inspector? I think I'll actually take this Novice. If that was, like, I just don't think discarding a card in my hand is worth it to gain 1 more mana, which is essentially, it's like discard 2 cards to make a treasure, which I don't think is worth it in this current version of the deck. Alright, there's nothing playable. I'll take Petal. Petal is playable. I mean, this does the same thing, but at least it's only 1 card. I know the other one's permanent, but this is pretty good. All right. All right. Okay, looking pretty good. Ooh. Prismatic ending or concealed courtyard? I wish that was a white-green land. I'll take ending, I guess. Maybe I play like mono red or another mono white in the mirror. That could be very good in the mirror. Okay, ooh, this is great. I don't like the 2/2 elf knight. I'll take this. I'm probably not playing this. Ugh. Ooh, Glimmer Lens. What does this one do again? Make a 2/2? It's pretty great. I got some good two. I got all the good twos. I'm probably not playing this one. Like, there's already 2 cards I want to cut. But to be honest, I have a 2-pack deck, which is great because I can be extremely selective with all the cards I want now. Like, I gotta take swords here. I'd love Arid Mesa. I'd love Stoneforge Mystic. I'd love Ancient Tomb. But I gotta take swords. Swords is just incredible. Alright, there's Hollow Fountain. There's Hull Breacher. I think I take this Hull Breacher. Just nice to flash something in. And then maybe Solitude Wheels, maybe this Hollowed Fountain Wheels. Hull Breacher is just so good against so many decks. This library is looking pretty rough. These are the 4 cards I'm currently cutting. Alright, nothing in white. Really? I mean, Eagles is fine. This is fine. I think I just take this. I don't think I need this for land. Yeah, I don't think I need that for land. Though this does get my Tundra. Yeah, I think I actually do take this now. Just for that one reason, it gets my Tundra. Alright, let me put these away. Oh, I forgot about this guy. This card was hiding. It was hiding from us all. Hope that wasn't like those dots weren't there the whole time. If so, I apologize, YouTube. Like I said, I'm still learning. I'm just kind of learning everything as I go. Alright, this one's good for sideboarding. This is great if I get the Stoneforge Wheels, which is kind of likely. But I'm just going to take this Secret Coast. I got 3 really good blue cards, and I'd rather have 1 more land that does something. All right. Fortunately, this pack is bad. It says like plane cycling, and this has like a walking ballista. I guess I take plane cycling. This kind of does the same thing, but it's a worse version. It is nice that you can internalize it though. But two versus one is such a big deal. Wow, there's balance. There's Captain Ranger EOS, which I think I take. Yep, I mean it gets Mom, gets Novice, gets Benthic. I'm probably cutting this one. Just gonna cut it now. Right, there's no more lies. And there's Blade Splicer. I got a Reprieve. Or Reprieve, whatever you want to call it. Do I really want a counterspell? No, I think I want this. Alright, what does this one do again? One spirit token. Whenever I create one or more tokens. This makes a token, this makes a token. When it eternalizes, this makes tokens. This makes tokens. This makes tokens. Is it creature token? Is that what it's saying? Creature tokens. Okay. I think that's fine. Wow, 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 wow. Let's go Ancient 2. Very happy pickup there. Oh, sorry. Ooh, Solitude. Let's go. Didn't I say I think Solitude could wheel? Cauldron would be nice. A sideboard card also, but I mean, that's... I'm not playing this one. Ooh, good sideboard again. Yeah, I guess I don't really care about any of these cards. Ooh, Balance. Balance for the sideboard. That card I'd probably never play in the sideboard, but... Alright. These are lands. So I have 28 cards with no lands. I need to get to, I guess 23, so I need to cut 5 cards. That's easy, got 4 cards. Alright, we didn't see a bunch of cards I was hoping to get, like Luris. Alright, I don't think I want both of these. I think I'm just going to take Timeless. I know it costs 1 more, but it makes a token, which does work with Lens and Staff. So these are creatures as far as I'm concerned. Oh, Expressive Iterations made the pool. So these are really my only interaction spells, which is fine. 7 is pretty good number. I gotta cut 2 cards. So I think I cut rid of this Bodyguard. It just really doesn't do enough. Mom does a way better job. And I don't know, Blade Splicer's kind of eh. So cards are the worst cards in my deck. Blade Splicer. Really, I guess this is pretty bad. It's like 2-drop versus 3-drop though. This game's indestructible. And you can enlist it. I don't think enlisting does anything. I'm just going to cut this one. I'll keep Blade Splicer. I don't love this Blade Splicer, but sometimes you just might need a 3-1 first, a 3-3 first strike. Also, it's all golems. Do I have any other golems? It's a rebel. White Spirit. You're never gonna golem. Alright, I think this is fine. I think I play like one island. I got 3 cards. I got 1, 2, 3. I don't play an island. I just play all planes. Nah, actually I'll play one island, I think. That's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I don't know, do I want an island? I have a Hull Breacher. I mean an Ancient Tomb. Yeah, I think one island's fine. Alright, let's go to first match. Let me just take a quick photo of the deck. Move it over here to my other screen so I can reference it in the future if I need to, which is very likely. Let's see if we can trophy with this one. Like I said, my last deck trophied with the Reanimator deck. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the third match on stream just because I had work, and I woke up really early one morning being like, oh, this is plenty of time to record it, and then that first match just took forever. My opponent timed out, even though I was going to win, but my opponent just timed out. Alright, let's go. We won the die roll. It's half the battle in this game. Alright, we got 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. Hopefully we can get a Mox next turn and I can go 1 into 4 and keep this up. Unless they play like a Mox turn 1, which always is possible, obviously. But we're not doing anything special. Our opponent, we're just beaten down for 20. If our opponent does something special, we're not looking too good. So, let's see. All right. Well, here's the gig is up. I'm on mono white aggro. Opponent, can you stop me? If I drew a Mox next turn, oh, that'd be so good. All right. I'm gonna hold this back, I think, for one turn. Now, they just have to play an artifact. Surprised I didn't draw a card already. It's like halftime locks my opponent because obviously they probably have another land in hand. Well, if my opponent has Fury or Pyrokinetics, it's pretty bad, but they did not. Okay. Oh. Looks like they don't want to kill my Adeline. They want to just draw 4 cards. I mean, draw a card. If they, I mean, I'm assuming they have something. The obviously opponent could have nothing. I'll pretend like I have days or something. No reason not to. To F6. Or just pass the turn. Like, opponent's going to play a land. Probably draw a card. Replay the 2/2. Ooh, Brainstorm. A little surprising. The fact that they went and played Brainstorm here makes me feel like their best out is Splinter Twin combo. It's kind of how it feels. Yep. Give a +1/+1 counter. Ooh, they forced. Okay, so they're Reanimator. That's fine. I still hit for 6, I go to 11. Sorry, I'm not gonna yield turn off all the yields. Okay, well, oof. There goes Sean. There goes Adeline. Alright, I do get to kill Chandra, which is nice. Alright, let's see what they discard here. Now I'll just end my turn. I can't do anything. Alright, they discarded a Memory Lapse. It's kind of interesting that they chose to discard. I guess they did really want to make this a 3/3. Maybe they'll try to hit a Mox. I mean, they already played a land. So... probably should have just drawn a card first. I think I just hold one more turn. I probably should have played this Relic Warder a long time ago now. they had a madness card. Jeez. Didn't even think I forgot about the new madness stuff in this format. Well, let's see what they do with this madness. I don't think I could want to reprieve this. Yeah, I think that's fine. Do I want to sack this land? I don't think so. Let me do this, I guess. First. Take one. I get a land. Alright, I got a 2/2 and I can draw a card whenever next turn. Inti's so good. Alright. Alright. I just did it to get the monarch. Alright, I got 3 booster packs. Thank you, MTGO. If I was drawing this, obviously I would have just monarched them. Alright, they could cycle. We're gonna play the creature and cycle, I guess. What does this card even do? Okay. Alright, I got a 5/5 dragon and a 1/1 flyer. And I'm the monarch. So I feel pretty decent here. Ooh, okay. It's probably, I don't know what I want to do here. I think it's just these two versus those three, right? think this is the... I think they kind of have to take Chrome Host, Seed Shark, and... Yeah, okay. Ooh. Now I can Palace Jailer and just win. Okay, that's a pretty good one. Wow, they discover it so it comes into play. That's so crazy. And they make a 2/2. Oh my goodness. It's a pretty good card. Luckily another hand. Alright, so let me think here. Alright, so if I copy Palace Jailer, eat this, hit them for 6, right? They go to 1. I guess let's see what I draw first. Not good enough. All right. Let's kill this one. That was the perfect draw. So they like have to attack to get their 3 thing back. They have to cycle that, yeah. They can't. It's a... But it has to cycle their 1. They played a land. Okay, they got a Seed Shark and they've got... What's it called? Sure. I mean, they have 1 card and Seed Shark. I have Mom for Pro Blue. Okay. Nice. Nice. We won that match. That game. Sorry. Alright, they've got a really good 3/3, and this is kind of like what they're doing. They have a lot of good 3s, but I only have 2 colors for this, so I don't think I can play that. Containment Priest. Containment Priest sounds great. It doesn't play a single artifact or enchantment. This creature attacks. Return target non-land permanent. Is this creature's power? I don't think I need this. I think I'm good with just everything as is. Let's go to game 2. Alright. I'm gonna keep this. Really like this hand. I'm gonna lead off with Staff because I really want a 3rd land and a 4th land. Ooh, I got my 3rd land. Yeah, they're not going to staff this. There's no reason to. What I'm likely to do next turn is draw a card, play Selfless Spirit, potentially. Alright, that one's okay. Alright, I guess I do this now. Much better to... They're gonna force? They go to 2 cards here. It's pretty good for me. I'll attack for 1. My opponent plays something great. I'll just Solitude. Probably get rid of the Unexpected Journey. Seed Shark is perfect. Let's plus. Guess I just put this like 1 from the top. Now I just got like a bunch of different options. I can draw a card, I can play swords. Hopefully they get brainstorm locked. I mean, they already know one of their 3. Sure. I think I'd rather just draw an extra land here. All right. I am just going to play this one now. Yep, Seed Shark coming in. Let's just kill you. Alright, now I can just win the game. I got Solitude as backup. I got next, like, I just Wandering Emperor next turn and probably just win. I feel like as long as I hold up Wandering Emperor, I can't really lose. Now I definitely feel like I can't lose. So probably what I'll just do is Wandering Emperor end of turn. Make a 2/2. Keep my reprieve up. I basically just Teferi locked my opponent. Sure. Okay, yay, we won. Would hit land into Timeless Dragon. So the land we would have played and just pumped it for one. Just for one? Well, I just would have done the math and see if I would have won, but. Right to Fairy Lock is very good. Alright, match 2. I think this hand's fine. Against a random opponent, I think this hand's pretty good. Alright, I got Teferi, I have swords, next turn I'll have... Sure. Oh, he... Opponent. Alright. So this is what they're doing. I think I just take 4 now. Maybe I don't. Maybe I just Solitude. Maybe I should have, sorry, I'm thinking here. Maybe I should have just Solituded Teferi. Next turn, pay 2 unexpectedly absence. Yeah, I think that's actually what I'm gonna do. That was stupid of me. I should have just done this when it was a 1/1. So I did it for 2 because what if they have another creature, like another land? Alright, they're just a aggro Gruul deck. And they got a Mox Jet. Okay. Man, do I take 3 here? So next turn they're gonna play Minsk and Boo, right? So I guess I Winds of Abandoned it. Let's see if they get a land. They might choose not to, because they know Minsk and Boo's coming up. Oh, they did. Okay, great. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Man. Opponent just never runs out of gas. Guess I give him like Time Walk land. Yep, they took the 3 cards, and all 3 of those cards are so effing good right now. Kind of forces my opponent to do things before they want to. He's going to sacrifice their Pendulum Prism. Yeah, draw 2 cards. Alright, my opponent just outdrew us, outplayed us, out everything us. I don't think there's really any cards in my deck that get me back in this game. Yeah, I need non-lands that hurt me. Instant, creature, sorcery. Yep, end turn. Alright, scoop phase. Oh. Saying there's a chance. Go from 4 to 6. To 5. They're gonna flash back and kill my Sure. Lightning bolt. Oh, GG opponent. Alright, their deck very good against mine. They just card draw. They're just like a very I mean, Minsk and Boo is really what won them that game. Alright, I'm gonna take Mana Tithe, put that in. The Relic Hoarder was pretty good, actually. I don't think I want this Winds of Abandonment. I think I'm good. I think I just need them not to have, like, awesome hands again, which they really had awesome hands last turn. You know, like, just Minsk and Booing on, what was it, turn 3? Just so good. Guess I could have played both of these now that I think about it. That probably is better. Do you have a lightning bolt? Okay, ponder. Just as good, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I think I should have played these two, Glimmer and Glimmer Lens and Novice. Oh, they didn't jump. Because if they go too wide on me here, then I just can't really. It's really hard for me to come back and win if they go like. If they make like 2 or 3 more of these, it's pretty hard for me to come back. You know, they just make a 1/1 for free every turn. Time Walk. It's too good. Too good. Yeah, this is what I was saying. Like, if I had one more card, maybe I would have played this and hit this. Which at least in that case, you know, like they might have had the removal in hand, maybe not, but at least they'd have one less of these things. No. At least my Novice Inspector does something. I thought this card was garbage, but it's wrecked me like 4 times already. Okay, well, that's game. Pretty sure I can just scoop up my cards. You know, they had a good deck. Guess I swords this. Play this. Oh. On the stack, you should just get rid of it, I guess. Going down to 3-3. Well, that's very frustrating. But it just has everything. They're definitely just a better deck than I am. Yep, I mean, they're just a better deck. Alright, well, this is my best chance to come back. Because at least I get to kill one of these. I mean, ideally. I could as easily have another removal spell for it. They've had something like every turn, so it's really hard for me to imagine they don't have something. Yep, GG. Alright, yeah, their deck was great. Let's see if they have any trophies. They got 6 trophies. What did my first guy have? None? Okay. Yeah, their deck is much better. It just had everything. Just everything that beat my deck. I just think... I don't know. I guess I'm leaning towards the aggro decks. They're just not... Like, mono white is not good anymore. Or as good. Mono red, they just completely destroyed that deck. Mono red used to be a great deck. And then they just completely got rid of it. Mono white and mono green used to be a great deck too, and that's just been thrown to the side in the past year or two. Alright, unfortunately I can't keep this. But let me just see if this guy underscore Q. Quasil, okay. Well, at least I feel moderately good there. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. This is a land. I think it's getting Winds of Abandonment. Ooh, did I pass my combat phase? Maybe my main phase. Okay. It's cool planes. Never seen that planes before. Wonder what it's from. Alright, I still will cycle this Timeless Dragon to get to 4 mana. Fortunately, this is not really what you want to be doing. Yeah, I'll take Tundra. Alright, this is my second time I played this guy. It's crazy how much better this one is than Young Pyromancer, just because they're artifact tokens instead of red 1/1 elementals. It's crazy how that little tiny detail makes this card so good, and this one not as good. Alright. Yep. Alright, let's draw a card as a monarch. In Vintage Cube, I never really ever F6. Unless it's like the game's actually over, which I just usually just concede. But in general, you just shouldn't ever F6. Alright, well they're gonna make 20,000 of these things. I guess I'll just Hull Breacher next turn. Hull Breacher unexpectedly absent. You should be able to stagger it that way. Yep, they're just gonna draw a billion cards. Okay, I'll just have 6 now. Well, next turn when I Hull Breacher them, will be pretty good. Oh, that's a good one. Wow, okay. Guess I just do that. Sure. Oh, okay. Alright, well they're going to become the monarch. I get another, what's it called? Treasure. Trying to think here. If I make this 2 now, okay, yeah. Alright. That's my game plan so far. Ooh, Selfless Spirit, very good. Alright, I guess I make a million token. Yeah, Construct. Alright, that's fine. Sure. Shadow Spear has been created. Alright, I'm not gonna sack this yet because it really doesn't do much difference. Burst Strike until end of turn. I guess it gains a bunch of life here. Oh, I guess I could have played these three, then forced them to block with something. Yeah, that was stupid of me. So one thing that's interesting is I do have 5 first strike damage, potentially. Ooh, okay, well. Do I just want to save that? You know what, I'm gonna do this real quick. Let's see what I draw. I draw this. If I sack this, to save it. Nah, I think I'm fine. Yeah, it dies. Because I can always make my Adeline indestructible. Yes. Let's get Mom. Let's play Mom now. Let's put it on you. So now my opponent at least has a chump with something. Alright, so they chump something. They're going to take 1, 2. They gain 3 essentially. Play my land. Already played a land, I guess. Ooh, I can play Timeless Dragon? I think that's a pretty good one. Ooh, Reprieve would have been awesome. See what happens. All right. Does he have a draw 7? Next question. Crucible of Worlds. Okay, that's pretty decent. At least they tapped a red mana for no reason. Alright, so I can't attack anymore with any of my good creatures. Forgot about that. Oh no! Oh, I fucked up. God damn it. Oh, this thing does that too? Oh my god. He's just gonna keep gaining. I don't even attack with Adelaide to kill something. Why didn't I draw a card? Oh, I couldn't. Narset. Sorry, that makes sense. I was like, why didn't I draw a card there? And I was like, oh yeah, Narset. No, perfect sense. Legitimately, that makes perfect sense. This is one of the cards I think that also should... I just don't enjoy about Cube. Like, there's already enough artifact synergies already, and then they just made another insane artifact synergy card. Do I just block with my Adeline so they don't, that way they don't gain any more life? I think this is actually correct. Yeah, I'm aware. Very aware, opponent. Oh, they tamed the Monarch too. Oh, that doesn't matter. I make a treasure token. Where's the worst mom when you need it? Alright, I really need to draw some removal, some interaction of some kind. So I'm just drawing 10,000 lands. I didn't even use my... Oh my god, I didn't even use my Wandering Emperor. Come on, Ben. Get your shit together. My opponent's just pumping out a 9/9 and 10/10 every turn. Yeah, I think they just outgrinded me, which is kind of crazy. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. I think I have like one draw step to draw everything. Sure. Congratulations, you made a servo. Yeah, pretty much what I need to do here is I just need to draw a giant removal spell, smash my opponent for $1 billion. It's really the only way I win? I mean, they got the combo. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, oops. Literally didn't even know that was an ability on here. Well, that's game. Literally didn't know Shadow Spear had a second ability. Must have read that card 1,000 times. Alright, well that's game. I couldn't win. There's 0 chance you can win then. Alright, concede. Man, that was really rough. I thought I was going to win that match. Alright, non-token. I need, I guess, Relic for lands. Containment Priest doesn't really do anything. Prismatic Ending gets rid of their 2/2s. It's just really hard to win. Group creatures separately. I needed Winds of Abandoned earlier. Alright. Really like all my cards. I guess Glimmer Lens. Cut you. Fairy seems, I guess, slow. I'll play 41. Oh, man, that was rough. Yeah, I mean, that's just what I mean by, like, I guess now I'm thinking this more in my mind, but, like, this is what I mean by, like, Vintage Cube. It's just what happens in Vintage Cube nowadays. Yeah, it just feels like opponents are always comboing off, and if you're not comboing off, you're not playing Vintage Cube correctly most of the time. Unless you're Reanimator. It just feels like it's like these little... I've said this multiple times on my other Vintage Cube things. It's like Vintage Cube went from just really powerful cards and spells, but you'd have like normal games of Magic, to it's just all these small pockets of synergy. They all interact with each other now. And, you know, you just have to be able to answer them or interact with them or do your thing faster and quicker than your opponent, followed by which is why Reanimator I think got a bump up besides the creatures, because you can just do the Reanimator thing very quickly. It just doesn't feel like there's normal Magic anymore. Ah, come on. This is the best freaking card in the format. Cube. This and Time Walk are the two best cards. Well, my opponent's already made a 1/1. Now he sacrificed a clue. Yeah. Alright. Ugh. I'm not saying this game's over, but it's... I only have one artifact removal spell in my whole deck. I have nothing to get rid of tokens. Ooh, well, I guess I can show and tell. What? Why couldn't I? Oh, show and tell. Sorry, I was thinking Tinker. I was thinking show and tell. It's funny that they have to have something better to tinker for. It just is clearly in their hand. Because Batterskull is not something you tinker for. Not doing anything else this turn. Might as well block. I can either return this to my hand to copy something else, or... So you can make a 1/1. Guess I attack. Yep. I'm not gonna cast Mom. I'm gonna keep my mana open. I will say this is not looking very good for us. Yep. Sure. God, I hate... I clicked that so quickly by accident. I meant to do this. Might attack. Because mine's a 7/7 against their 4/4. But, you know. I'm just not on my game. Just not on my game. sure. I mean, it's much better for them than it is for me. Oh. Two, 4, 5. Okay. So I think the best thing I can do is just fracture identity that. Because then I think I can really put more pressure on my opponent, or enough pressure on my opponent. I think I just kill this. 2. I get a land, but then, you know, I can swing for a lot here. It'd be great if my opponent was at 7 less life. You know, if they're at 17 here, this could have been a game-winning play. Could have been. I don't, you know, I'm saying it would be, but if they were at 5, it'd be a lot better. So now my game plan is just make a million one of these. 1, 2, 3, do it for 4. Hopefully that just wins the game. Okay. So they're just gonna batter skull, I guess. Well, I guess, what do they do? Opal? Guess they bounce Mox Opal? Ooh, okay. Well. Actually was a very important creature to kill. Gonna make a 1/1? No, they're gonna draw a card. I don't know what they're doing. Opponent's doing things. Whatever things mean, that's what they're doing. Alright. Let me do this then. Eat that. Yes. We'll do this for 3. Gotta chump a bunch of stuff. I'm taking 5 in the air. I'm taking 8. They're going to 4. I'll take 4. Maybe I should have just... given this flying? I don't know. We'll see what my opponent does. They have 5 mana. Splinter Twin. Is this a Splinter Twin combo? I don't think it is, right? So we made a copy. Sure. I don't know. I have literally no idea what's going on. Don't understand my opponent's triggers. It's like they tap 4 mana to... Sure. Sure. I'm just gonna... Okay. I gotta tap that for mana. They have a lot of mana? What does this even... Very curious to see how my opponent gets out of this. Maybe they're just trying to make enough chump blockers. Okay, why don't you just cycle first before copying your display circuit? I'm guessing it doesn't matter in the end, but... I don't know, maybe they got Eldrazi. Maybe they have Emrakul in hand and they're trying to cast them. That's the only thing I can think of, team. It's the only thing I can think of. Yay, concede. Big fan of concessions. Big fan. Alright, what do I want to do here? Is like Mana Tithe any good? It could be decent against them. Blade Splicer feels awful. I think I keep everything else. Mom also seems awful. It's crazy. Mom went from being like the best 1-drop creature in the Magic to, you know, okay. It's literally what happened to it. It was like the best creature in Magic's 1-drop history. And then just got replaced by like Ragavan. Yep. Pretty good card. It's basically a 2-mana 1/1 flyer that draws a card. Alright, I guess I kill that now? Oh snap, we won! Good job, team. Wow, can't believe we just won. Alright, 1-2-1. Little surprise. Concede there. Thought our deck was pretty good, but like I said, I'm not sure. This is the first time I played actually mono white in the new cube, and it just felt really bad. Maybe I just built the mono white deck as wrong. Maybe it's just more. Maybe it just is more Boros nowadays. But yeah. Thank you for watching. And I stream on usually most weeknights at around 7 p.m. Eastern, and then I post a bunch of videos on my streams here on YouTube. But I also like to do YouTube only content, which is what Vintage Cube is right now. Well, thanks again for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm more than happy to chat with you about the deck or anything like that about it. See ya. Ooh.